What's up, YouTube? Suspect 919. If you're tired, like me, of paying graphic designers to make thumbnails for your YouTube channel, here's are some examples of the ones I made for free on Photopea, which I can show you how as you continue to watch this video. Here's some examples I've made with different layers. If you continue to watch, I'll show you step by step on how you can make these thumbnails for YouTube videos. So what you want to do first is go to Photopea, and then you want to start with a new project, and here is where you want to do a YouTube thumbnail right here, 1280 by 720. And then you also want to change the pixels, the DPI, to 300. And then you start with the white background, or you can even change it to transparent. I just leave it as white. Then you hit create. Here is how it'll look once you do that. But here I have one made up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you different things, which I have a project. I have all these different maps of Urzikstan, etc., Rebirth Island, I have different operators. I have gun camos, which all this will be linked in the description for you to buy on my link. There's tons of different things here. There's tons of different camos. There's all the different perks, different types of logos, etc. Here's base words, and then just everything that you can find around the map. UAV tower, a ping, etc. All that stuff. I'll have a video at the end of this video to watch everything that's listed in this. To get started, though, what you want to do is first you want to have your map, which I got this map, and how to do that would be to maps. I'm gonna choose Urzikstan, and then we'll just do that. So you take and drag it in here. I'm gonna delete the background now, and then there's your map. So that's how this works. So what you do is you take whatever information that you want to put in there, whether it's the different types of maps. If you want to add an operator, you want to add contracts, you want to add arrows, explosion, you want to add some gun stats. Make sure whatever you want to be seen, it needs to be on top of the map, because the map will be the biggest thing, so it needs to be on top. So then if you want to make it smaller, you just take and then you can just drag it down, something like this. If you want to add a gun in here, we'll add a gun. So go back. Gun camos. Let's add, we'll add this cat. Oops. So here's that. We can add that in there. So as you see, all you do is you add different layers. So I'm going to go back to this one, which I already have. So, and all this stuff is included in my zip file that I have listed in my description that you can buy for, I believe $5. So here is an overlay, which is this right here, but it's black. So if you go up here to normal, you can change it to like lighter color. Then it gets rid of the black, but leaves the little lines. Then I'm gonna add in this logo. I'm gonna add in the gun, and then for here, just kind of spoof up this gun a little bit. So what you want to do is, if you go to right click on the gun, go to blending options, and then from here, move it out of the way. The drop shadow, as you see, it brings this black drop shadow, and then if you click on it, the word, it actually pops it up. You can change the angle. So where do you want the angle to be at? As you see, it goes all over the place. So I usually do it up underneath, like that. Then what I'm gonna do is make sure the opacity is what percentage you want. I usually leave it at 100. The distance, I'm gonna bring this distance in some, but I'm also gonna change this black to something that's gonna stand out. Let's see how white stands out. White's not really standing out, so maybe I'll leave it black. Still bring this distance. We're gonna bring this distance in, as you see, is bringing in, it's tightening it up. So and then outer glow, that puts like that white glow around it, which is kind of nice, or maybe it's like yellowish. So I'm gonna actually make it more yellow. And this right here, you can do whatever you want with it. You don't have to use the ones I state. Turn the opacity to 100, so normal. And then you can change the spread, size, stuff you just play with. Pattern, if you want to put something on top of it like that, which I don't want, so don't do that. Gradient. And then stroke is kind of nice because it does that. If you want a legit marked outline in black where it's very easy to be seen, or a different color. So I'm gonna do something like that. And then once you get done, you hit OK. Actually, change that to 100%. Hit OK. And then it shows you everything that you've done to that weapon. And also, if you go up here, you go to layer. If you rasterize it, that makes it to where you can then go here and you can do the auto tone, auto contrast, and auto color. And I'm gonna do and it kind of just brightens it up a little bit. And then go to filter, sharpening right here, and it just makes it pop out a little bit more. And then on the map, if you want it to say blur the map, you would go to blur, or do the blur Gaussian. And then I don't like how blurry that is, so I'm gonna bring it down, maybe something like 3.5, 3.4. We do that. Hit OK. So now you see it's blurry. So that way it makes the gun like the main focus. And then say you drop like your PR and you want to add this skull death for the skull counter. And then say you want to do this, same thing. Say you want to give it like a little pop. Go back up here, right click on skull death, hit blending options. Same thing. I'm going to change that so it has that, now it has that underglow of black. Click on it, make sure it's 100. There we go. Again, I might change this a little bit, make it up underneath completely. Stroke. I like the stroke, that way it gets the top of it. And then I'm gonna do like I might do that white. Let's see how that looks. Have that little white tint on it. So that's too much. And if you mess up like that, all you gotta do is go up here and hit undo. Actually, went too far. Go up here to edit and hit step back, which does the same thing. Okay, so we'll just redo the whole thing. So skull death, blending, and then all you gotta do is just re-click the same stuff that you just did, and it should work. Okay, so that's what that is. For some reason, that one's all jacked up. So but you can change it, but I'm not gonna mess with it because I like that right there. So I have that, and say now I want to take and make it canted like this Warzone 3, the skull. What you want to do is go up here to layer, rasterize it again, and then you want to go to edit, transform, perspective. Now if you hit control, and if you hold control and click on whichever side you want to do it, then I'm going to bring it in so it makes it look like it's stretched. And then go back up here to this little mouse with the plus, and then I can sit there and make it bigger. And then say this was like a crazy game. I dropped like 25 kills, let's just say. So you go down here to the T for text box, and then you type in, say, 25. And then this is going to base off of whatever the font is and then the color. So you can make it whatever color you want. I'm going to change it to white. Hit OK. And then here you can just do whatever you want. There's a list. And also I have in the zip file as well some different cool free zips. Not free. I have some zips of some fonts that's available too. But there's tons of here to choose from, so you don't have to buy it just for the fonts. So let's just we'll do that one. So hit the mouse plus again. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to shrink it down some. And then to kind of do something with this as well, go over here to where the 25 is, right click it, blending options. Again, always blending options if you want to do anything with it to kind of make it stand out. So, and then I'm going to do that shadow up underneath it. And if you do the same stuff, it'll always be the same things if you do it. So, unless you change it. So let's do something like that. And then if you want to do the same thing, if you want to take this 25 and you want to make it like the skull, maybe can't to the left, let's just say, you want to go to layer, rasterize, and then you want to go to edit, transform, perspective. The perspective is what you got to press in order to do that. And then again, you hit hold control. Now I'm going to click on the left side and I'm going to drag it in. So now I have that. And again, I can move this around later if I need to. So, and then for me, I like having the live. That way, it's like a clickbait thing to make people want to click on your video because they think you're live, and then they watch one of your videos. So I usually just put this right here in the bottom left, and then where is the green canted? There's that. So, and then I'm gonna take and drag that, make that a little bit bigger. You want to like rotate it some, you can go over here to one of the corners. It doesn't really matter where here, it doesn't matter. Just take and make it do that, and then you can drag it. And then there's that. And then say I wanted to put like say I want to take this blue background. And I want to make this blue background. Say I want to make this 25, that blue color. What you want to do is make it to where it's covering the whole 25, and then move that background pick on top of the 25, and then go up here to the background, hit clipping mask, and then as you see, it just took that blue and it cropped it just within the 25. And this can be done with any image. You take any image, if you want to put an image of a person or whatever it is, you want to put something inside of that. All you gotta do is make sure you put it. Let me step back. You just make sure the image or color, whatever it is you want to put on top of it, make sure it's on top of it, and then go to the color or picture image, right click, clipping mask, which you guys can't even see because this camera. Come down here to clipping mask. Clip it, and then that's what it does. So we'll leave it like that just for this. And then say you want a catchy title. That's the biggest thing about this whole thing. Go back down to the T for text. Come over here. We'll do that. And then let's say we'll say buffed Dieter meta. And then as you see, where did the meta go? It's because it's so big, it went down to the second line. So if you take and drag these dots out, it should do that. And then what I'm going to do is do that to make it smaller. But one thing I'm doing is I definitely don't like that font. My favorite one is this Molot. I like this Molot for some reason, so this is one I use a lot for my videos. So what I'm going to do is put that like that. You want this really big so that way it catches people's eyes when they come to your videos, because this is all people see when they go to my YouTube channel. This is all they see. They see all these videos which I've made using all these thumbnail accessories that I have. This is what makes people want to click on your videos. And like I make multiples. It's the same highlight, but just different parts. All right, so getting back to this. So then again, if you want to change the color, you just want to highlight the whole thing. Go up here to the color, choose whatever color you want through here, and then you can choose the color side here. But I'm gonna leave it white. And then what I want to do is click back on the mouse so I can click outside of that. And then what I want to do is go to the text, right click, because what you want to do is make it stand out. Go to the right click, go to the blending options. And then what we're going to do is a drop shadow, which would be that black one again. And then I want to do an outer, but I don't want it yellow. Then I'm going to keep it black. And then shred. Make that normal so it goes on the screen. Always use that normal blend mode. Opacity to 100. And you can mess with all of these. There's different things you can do with these. If you want to do the gradient, which is kind of cool, you can take and click on gradient. Oops, get rid of pattern. And then if you click on the gradient color, it brings you to here. As you see, it's black and white. So the bottom is going to be the black, and then the upper is the white. So if you want to change these colors, just click there, click on the color, and then say I want to do it green. As you see now, it's green. And then if you want to change to white, you can change to white. Let's do it. Do it purple. So there's that. And then if you want to change this where it shows, right now it's about centered. So as you see, the upper is purple, the bottom is green, and as it blends together, that's the blend color. But if you want to drag it left or right, as you see, it changes. It changes where the mixture happens. So we'd leave it there like that. And then you hit OK, and then there you go. And you can also make this 2 lines. So if I hit back, minus it, enter, and then as you see, that's kind of spaced out very far. So if you highlight the whole thing, come up here to the TT for text, and then there's that one. What is it? Is it deleting? Yes, deleting. So go to deleting. As you see, it's all the way maxed out, but it's not letting me change it to where I want. So just click on leading, and you can type in a number or just hit up on your keyboard. And I'm just going to press and hold until I get that to where I want, maybe about right there. And then hit that again to get rid of it. Go back up here to the mouse. So there's that. But as you see, one thing I don't like is that my gun is behind the word meta. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag this buff text underneath the gun. So now the gun is in front of it. So it looks a little bit cooler. And you can add anything to this. I mean, if you're doing like a ranked gameplay or something, and you want to add like the rank, or I don't know, where is that? It's somewhere in here. I don't know. Or maybe let's just do these actually indicators. We want to be in here. So let's do Warzone victory. So you want to add this Warzone victory to here. So you want to add to the bottom. And you can just make it smaller. Yeah, I'm just showing you different things you can do. The placement is not really the greatest right here for this. So I need to really move the gun. Move the gun over. And then what I might actually do is I'm going to put this on top of the gun. Do something like that. Yeah, I'm just messing around. I'm not really doing this particular. I'm just showing you different things you can add to it. And then say you want to do like a gun stat. This would be kind of cool right here. Let's do this. Oops, I don't know why I keep opening it. Let's click and drag it. It's way too big. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna drag it down, and then put it like this. I want that to be behind the gun, so do something like that. And then we kind of cool is having maybe an arrow go from here to the gun or the gun to here. So go back here, go to the gun, arrow, and then let's do the buffed one. Actually, I think I did buffed on this, didn't I? Did not want to do buff since I did there. Let's do OP. I keep doing that. All right, so there's that. So way too big. What I'm gonna do then is I want to layer it, rasterize it, go back to it, edit, transform, perspective. Again, that way you hit hold control. I can like make it do something like that, and then I might. So I mean, it's unlimited what you can do with all this. And when you get it done, and say you want to upload it to a YouTube video, you want to go to File, Export, the JPEG, the JPG. Click on it, and then make it whatever size you want. Typically, you want to do 1280 by 720 for YouTube. And then sometimes too, if you try to upload it into a YouTube video, so let me go to. So manage. So when you go and try to upload it right here in the thumbnail, it might say it's too big, and that's because it's just it has too many megapixels or megabytes. I mean, so what you want to do is just turn the quality. Start at 100, and if it doesn't work, it's just because you might have too much stuff on here. So just take the quality and make it go 99. But usually 98 is a great one that I never had any issues with. So just change it to 98, and then make sure you type the name you want to put it, and then hit save, and then now you have a saved thumbnail that you can then add into any video that you want. And then something that's nice too is you don't have to keep making everything brand new over again. What you can do is just kind of keep all the stuff here, and if you want to hide it because you don't want certain things, like say you don't want like this OP, you can just hit the little eye, and you can then make it disappear and then bring it back. Say it wasn't 25 kills. Unfortunately, since you rasterize it, unfortunately you can't like change it. So what you want to do, it won't let you change it. So you just have to actually just delete it and then make a new one. So go over to text, right? Click and drag. Say it's 20 kills this time. So then again, it does it based off whatever's last up here, and then you can just change your font. You can change the size, the color, and then you can do the whole blending options, and you can change the stuff again on that, and then whatever you want to do with it, it's limitless. I want to take this gun, even though it's blue, you don't want to keep using the same blue gun for all your videos. So if you click on the deter, go down here to the half shaded circle, the new adjustment layer, click on it, make sure it's on the deter though, or whatever gun it is. So in here you can do other things as well with this. So if you want to change the brightness, which we already did up here, right here, the contrast and stuff, you can see it's doing the whole map. What you want to do is just watch the gun. So as you see, it might be, so let's say a -11. That actually looks kind of cool. Then what you want to do is, if you want to make it only for the gun, you need to hit this little down arrow. As you see, it only goes to that gun and not the map. Same thing. So, but the biggest thing is I want to show you is the hue. So if you go to hue, as you see, you can change the color of everything, really, honestly. But you really don't want to do that because it's going to mess up the picture of the map. So, but like say I want to make this purple. Instead of having it blue, I want to have it this pink. So hit that down arrow again, and then it brings everything else back to normal. So that's another thing you can do, so you don't have to keep making numerous thumbnails for videos when you can use similar things and just maybe change the colors of change the words, maybe not do buff, do meta, deter, and then instead of buff, deter, meta, just whatever you want. Number one, battle rifle, just anything you come up with that you want to use. So the hue, again, that's the most crucial thing, just to change these colors. I mean, it does all types of colors. So that's one great feature I like about this. Then say, all right, cool, you want to change the map, because that's something you probably want to change every time. So let's go back. Or say you want to add, an operator. Let's add Art the Clown. I keep doing that. Just drag it in there. So we got Art in here, so we can make him. And then I want to put him on top of the text. Where's the text? Right there. So now he's on top of it. So this is what's kind of cool with this whole thing, is where you can. Oops, I actually made extra. Oh, that's the background. Minimize that. That's what's cool about this, is where you can just it's so much potential you can do with this. So that's about it. I didn't go into too much details, but I can in further. If comment any questions you have, or if you want me to do like a live video on Twitch or YouTube, I can. Stop by my links and chat. You can see those and come in, and if I can show you how to step you through any questions you have. But the biggest thing is like something else. If I'll show you, let's do this. Say you want to go to pictures. All right, so say, I don't know how good this works. Say we want to get rid of, say we want to do this horse, and we want to get rid of the background. What people would do is this little pen right here, and you literally zoom in. So if you hit Alt, and then you use your wheel on your mouse, you can, and then scroll up on it. You can zoom in, and then Control up and down goes left and right. So say you wanted to, which I don't understand why people would ever want to do this ever again. When you have this capability, it's kind of hard to see where the gun stops, and but you can do something like this and drag all the gun out, which I don't know why you want to do that. So instead of doing that, let me zoom out a little bit. Get off the pen, go back to the mouse. Let me scroll over a little bit. So I'm going to right click, remove background. See, this is not a really great one because you want to be able to use this one. Cool. Warzone 3 operators. Let's see. All right, so not sure if these dark backgrounds, it might not work. All right, let's do this. So definitely want to make sure, as you see, this is like a 196 by 261, so it's not going to be great quality. So, but I'm not showing you just for the quality purpose. I'm just going to show you this for this is the great one. So we'll use this one. Might use this later. So go here, copy image, go back to our here. What I'm going to do is then click allow. So I'm going to allow this. Then I'm going to delete this horse just because the background wasn't great. Delete. And then we're going to do this. Make this fit in the image. All right. So now that's that. Again, right click. Well, actually, you can't be on this box. You need to be on the mouse. Go back to the mouse. Right click. Remove background. It's processing. Sometimes it wants you to redo it. And this thing, by not paying the $5 a month, which I'm not sponsored or anything, I don't do it. By not paying the $5 a month, you only get like one per day, and it actually tracks it to the one per day, not like one each day. Like it's actually up to like 24 hours. So as you see, I didn't have to do any pen cropping on this image. It literally just cropped this whole thing for me. Usually it does a great job, and if it doesn't, over on this left side, there's the eraser tool right here, which is really tiny. So if you go up here to the 15, you can make the size bigger. Let me just see as it's deleting it. And then say I want to come down here and just delete some of this. You can do whatever you want with it. So there's that. And then the biggest thing here is if you want to make this transparent background, you go to export as, and it's the PNG. So as you see with the PNG, you can see the transparent background. If you go to File, Export, JPEG, you see how it's white. So if you do it as a JPEG, it's like you do thumbnails, it's going to make it white. So if you want to save this, I want to actually, oops, so I might use this one later on. File, Export, PNG, operator, I don't know who it is, I'll put question mark, and then there's that, and then hit save. So now I have this saved, I can use it for something else. But that's that simple. And then if you were to try to, say we try to do it again, go back to the mouse, remove background. See right here, non-premium users once a day. So it says it's 1,438.2 minutes remaining. So I guess you also too maybe get so many time, I don't know. But anyways, watch a short ad and skip waiting. So hit that, and then right now I got like a 432 second ad I gotta watch, which is this is it. And I hit X, and it's processing. And it should do the same thing. It should delete it again. So that's the great thing is it's less time too than actually penning this all out and cropping it out. This does a better job than we can do individually ourselves. So that's about it for this video. If you want me to go in more details on anything, I can make another video. Just comment what your questions are. And again, if you want to, let me see, where's it at? If you want, if you want all these different operators, gun camos, items around the map, indicators, all this different things, there's a video that you'll see at the end of this video on clicking on it to see everything here. I don't want to waste another video doing that, but you can see everything that I have here in that video, and then in the description of this video and that video, it will be a link that you can go to buy every single one of these for one price. Hope you enjoy. Thank y'all.